Should I be mad that I'm not married? What's your advice to your single friends? Let's talk on the Brew.
Joel and I are both single and we're not married yet, but should we feel bad that we're not married? Joel, did you crack a cold one there?
You made it sound like it's you and me, but no, man. You should feel good that you're not married.
I didn't mean it that way.
You made it sound that way. That's the funny part.
Do you want me to cue up some romantic music here? Hold on. Anyhow, so should we feel bad though that we're two single guys?
I said we should feel good. We should feel absolutely happy that we're not married. That's why you see all these divorce parties now. I'm like, shit, I've been advocating for those for a long time.
Ooh, divorce parties. Hey, that's something. Well, I guess it's better than a gender reveal party. Anyhow, different subject. I'm fine with the fact that I'm not married. I'm living my own life, doing my own thing. It's kind of, if it happens, it happens. It doesn't, it doesn't. I'm not even trying for it because I'm good. I kind of set myself up to be happy. Look, I'm doing the best I can the way it is. And sometimes where I'm from in Western Pennsylvania growing up, it was always like, you should be married. As soon as you get out of high school, boom, get married by 20, boom, have kids by the time you're 24, have a big family and go, and you should have like 100 kids by the time you're in your 50s. So the whole like marriage and family system was all set up and antiquated, but that was in the 1980s. Now here we are in 2023. Things have changed.
I mean, it was antiquated even back then, but now it's really antiquated. And I had that same pressure. So I was constantly, it like made me, I don't know what the word is, like made me resent people for pushing me that way.
Ooh, that's a good thing, because when I do travel back to Western Pennsylvania, the first question you're asked, like, are you married? Are you dating? Who are you with? Here in New York City, you don't really you can be who you want to be, how you want to be here, but there's certain parts of this country, the good old USA, where those old-fashioned values are still existing.
Well, too bad, because they're old.
Yeah, they are. And there's some parts of the country that you could be, and you don't have to be husband and wife. You could be husband and husband, woman and woman. You could be whatever you want, bestiality. I don't know. So I guess it's kind of a good thing now that we're all, you can be accepted. You can be who you are. You do you. I mean, I think that's the best life advice for anyone.
That's exactly right. Amen.
Amen to that. Well, amen. Let's get your advice on this one. So, should we be bummed that we're not married? Let's find out. Because Vamos Yankee says, nah, I like that. Tuttletown Unit sends, a South Park gift saying, don't do it until you find the right one who will love you for who you are and not try to change you. Starman says, no, you do you. Don't let anyone else tell you how life is supposed to be lived. How are they doing? Ooh, that's a good question, because I know some people that give life advice like that, but then their own lives are kind of a shit show.
Right, it's all hypocritical. What was the second answer you just said?
Oh, about the South Park one. Until you find the right one who will love you for who you are and not try to change you.
So most marriages end in divorce, and everyone thinks that that's exactly who they found, like when they get married. So it's like, well, shit, that advice doesn't really work.
Ryan says, not at all. You are focusing on your career and have fantastic friends. Your time will come when it's right. Well, that's another thing, too. You throw a career in this equation on top of that. There's some careers that aren't really conducive to a happy marriage, and working in television like I do, that is absolutely one of them.
Right. You're not the only one. A lot of the TV folks out there feel like that, but when it's right for you, I think that is a good way to put it. But I don't even think people ever really fully understand when that is. Even that is kind of a guess.
And I'm going to sidebar this a little bit too, because a lot of companies now, they want you to work a lot more. They want you to be on call. Well, that's difficult when you got to be at a kid's doctor's appointment or, a kid's recital, or you got to run and pick the kid up from a bus stop. A lot of companies now don't care about that. It's all about the bottom line and work, which is back to the whole American system of money management here. Unfortunate as it is.
Yeah, I mean, if you can afford to even do that. Like, I already look at people who can get married or have kids as being way richer than I am, because I would be completely locked down if I did either of those things completely. Like, my life would be just that. That's all I would be able to focus on. And how can you live and do that unless that's all you want to do?
Swampy Nomo writes in and says, marriage is an 8-letter word, which makes it twice as bad as any 4-letter word, but after 29 plus years of it, I have to admit that it was the best decision my wife ever let me make. The Real Matt Treat says, I'm in my 50s. I've had a few long-term relationships, including one that ended last year and was 15 years long. Neither of us wanted marriage or kids. I just cannot see it ever happening. I'm happier single than a lot of my friends who are married. I would say that. I'm happier single than a lot of my friends that are married.
get different benefits to both, really, I think. But yeah, there's pros and cons on both sides of that. I can completely see Matt Treat's side of it.
Yeah, it's just like everything, there are pros and cons to both, and yes, marriage has a thing too, so you're not always alone. There's always somebody there for you. There's somebody, when you have that fatal heart attack, they're going to drive you to the hospital or perhaps call 911. But
hopefully Crispin here does that for me.
Yeah. Here, I'll have to ask Alexa. Maybe she'll do it. Yeah, anyhow. Carrie says, not at all. It's better to wait for the right person than get married just to say you're married. As someone who got engaged a few months ago at 45, I'm glad I held out for the right person instead of marrying some dry baked potato of a man. And finally, Craig says, lots of people get married for the wrong reasons. Maybe you haven't found the right reason yet. So that last two, their piece of advice is hold on for the right person. I think that's valid.
I like the girl's answer. I think that's reasonable. I think once you really feel like you know, and after, what did she say, 45? I mean,
yeah.
you probably know by then. But also, most people are forced like immediately when they're 20, and all those relationships end anyway. So it's not sacred at all. Like, it's a joke.
I like how she said, hold out, don't marry some dry potato. Well, now I'm hungry for a nice baked potato now. That's kind of...
I knew you were going to make some connection to a potato, Joe. I don't know why.
You know me too well. There you go. And hey, you guys want to know more? Click on the like, subscribe button for all the fun right here in the big Jersey Joe 50 YouTube channel. Lots more bar talking game shows waiting for you every week. Well, this is interesting because we got advice and pros and cons on both sides of the coin in this episode, and I actually feel the advice is completely 50-50. So again, I think the best tip that we can all walk away with, in my opinion, from this show is just you do you do it when the time is right. Don't force anything, and don't let somebody else tell you what to do with your life.
I fully agree.
Ooh, this is fun. This all wrapped up very nicely. All right, well, we hope you're all happily married or single. You do what you want. But please come back next week for more fun bar talk right here on The Brew. Jersey Joe and I saying you. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time, I hope.
Secret symbols inside airplanes exposed. Streaming now on Kicking Back with Jersey Joe.